day, good evening everybody, and welcome to Combat Sport News and Results. Okay, so it's 48 hours since UFC 277. What a night that was, full of everything you could fucking think of. Controversial stops, broken bones, women's bloodbaths, you fucking name it. The night had it, absolutely brilliant night, very good. So I thought I'd leave it for 48 hours because there were injuries. I've been waiting to see any updates on the injuries, what's happened to who, what, where and how. We'll just have to see. Anyway, I can only tell you what I know up to now. So, main card. The preliminary card was good, not exceptional, but it was good. You know, if you watched it, it was well worth the money, but, you know, nothing stood out there that you'd say, well, you know, deserves. But the main card, well, that was just on another fucking level, to be honest with you. So we started off the main card. Notably, the main card was the flyweight between Magomed Ankalaev and Anthony Smith. Okay, so as everyone thought, Ankalaev took this round 2, 3 minutes 9 seconds with a technical knockout. The ref stopped the fight. Now the ref stopped the fight basically because Anthony Smith, on the night, it was indicated that he broke his leg or his ankle when he checked one of Ankalaev's kicks towards the end of round 1. So when the referee actually stopped the fight, he was sitting on the floor, and he did indicate to people who were coming in that he thought his leg was either broken or his ankle was broken. UFC confirmed now, 48 hours later, there's no break or fracture, but obviously there is damage done. He's just going to have to take his time to, you know, pull through, get himself better. To be fair, Ankalaev dominates the fight, which everyone thought he would. At the end of the fight, in the interview with Joe Rogan, he did call out the UFC and wanted to know when they are actually going to give him title eliminator fights. Which, to be fair, he can't be far off now. He can't be far off. Storm of performance, as per usual. Yet another fucking fighter from Dagestan. You know, for such a small place, this throws out some quality fucking fighters. Now, apparently this kid trains in the same street as where Khabib's training dojo is, but it's on opposite side of the street because apparently where this Ankalaev trains, they're a lot bigger, they're bigger fighters, obviously he fights at a higher weight. So yeah, absolutely brainstorming. So you barnstorming, where's my run there? And I think this is a guy to watch, to be fair. You know, along with our fucking fan favourite Khamzat Chimaev, who, you know, as we know, we're waiting for him to fight Nate Diaz. That's going to be a fucking absolute fucking killer. Anyway, the fight after that was over very, very quickly. It was Alex Pejoya against Alex Perez. Now, this was over in 31 seconds of round 1. So, not much to talk about, really. Guy tried to shoot, take him down. Pejoya got on his back, literally just climbed on his back and sat on him with his arms around him for a good, I don't know, maybe 20 seconds or so. And then he managed to get the choke across his face. It wasn't actually his neck, it was across the face. Shut him off, kid couldn't move, tapped him out for 31 seconds. Again, it's a W though, isn't it? Whether you've done it in spectacular style, whether it isn't spectacular, no matter what, he's got the W. And that's the big thing that counts. So fair play to him. So that's Alex Pejoya, round 1. 1 minute 31 seconds. Sorry, wasn't it 1 minute 31 seconds of round 1? And it was actually classed as a rear naked choke, technical knockout. Okay, third fight of the night, the main card. Now this was where the controversy was bang at it. Now, if you've watched the fight, you'll understand what it's all about. If you haven't, I suggest you watch it, make your own minds up. Do me a favour, leave me a comment. Hello Tammy, how you doing, love, alright? Leave me a comment down below on what you think. Whatever. So, controversial, basically. See, the referee who reffed it is a well-known referee. He's been around for a long time. It was Dan Maragliotta. Now, he's been in the UFC since 2007. His first appearance as a referee was at UFC 78. So he's no fool, he's been around, he's regarded as one of the best judges in the business. Now if you watch the fight, you'll see yourself, basically Serge Pavlovich give Derek Lewis a right hiding. There's no two ways about it. He did. Lewis went down. Dan jumped in. Of course, through this, Serge Pavlovich pulled away. Obviously, he knew once now. Well, at that point is when Derek Lewis jumped up and apparently, well, appeared to be perfectly all right. But by that time, the fight was over. He obviously complained, which, to be fair, he had the right to. Take nothing against Sergio Pavlovich, because I tell you what, he's got a hell of a dig, and you know this is his fourth win in a row in the UFC. You know, in that weight category, at the minute the heavyweight weight category in the UFC is wide open. It's going to be interesting. I just hope that Tom Aspinall gets himself better quickly so he can become part of it all, because he was cruising, I think, to go very high in the rankings and possibly to take the title eventually. So yeah, the UFC heavyweight title is wide open at the minute. But unfortunately, as I say, that one, you've got to watch it. As I say, watch the fight, leave a comment. You know, on the night, watching it, I thought, you know what, yeah, it was stopped way too early. But on saying that, you know, he'd gone down. He'd been hit and he'd gone down. Do apologise, that's my bulldog making that bark, and for some reason he hates airplanes. So airplanes go over, he doesn't like it. Don't ask me why, he's never going to get them, but that's our Ted for you. Controversial himself, our Ted. So yeah, so you're going to have to watch the fight yourself, see that one, people, see what you think. Derek Lewis versus Serge Pavlovich, UFC 277. It's on YouTube. Watch it yourself, see what you think. I get it on both sides. Serge Pavlovich pulled away because the referee stopped the fight. Derek Lewis was certainly in his right mind, jumped up and seemed to be okay. But on the referee's case, I've got to agree with him as well. He just seen Derek Lewis take a fucking shitload of fucking punishment and go down head first on his knees. The thing is, you see, as a referee in a no-win situation, if he hadn't stopped the fight and it had gone on and Lewis had took more punishment and there was brain damage, he'd have been blamed for not stopping the fight. Because you stopped the fight early, everyone's saying you stopped it too early. Referees do get a bit of a raw deal on all this, I've got to be honest with you. But they get paid for it, don't they? So, as I say, if you've not seen it, watch it, see what you think. Okay, so the next fight, was the co-main event, was Brandon Moreno against Kai K. France. Now, this was the fight that everyone was not sure which way this was going to go. Although I myself wanted Moreno to win because I like him, I like the way he works, I like his attitude, I like it from the bottom as a fighter, and even in his personal life. Or, you know, the last three fights that he had, you know, with that, I can never pronounce this guy's name, but you got to bear with me, and it was Devazion Devazion. He's from Brazil. Anyway, last three fights has been very unfortunate for him because there was a draw, then he won the title, then Devazion won it back. So, you know, the thing is, you know, I like Moreno. So anyway, on the night, he won round 3, 4 minutes 34 seconds, technical knockout on the night. To be fair, the kick that took out Kai France was an absolute beauty. Now, these two were backwards and forwards all through the fight. Absolutely excellent. Excellent striking, excellent groundwork, excellent ground and pound. Everything, repaired them. You couldn't really separate them at the point where Moreno hit him right in the solar plexus with a front kick. But where the toes there, where that the body foot is, right in the solar plexus, creased him, just creased Kai. You could see him wincing with pain and was actually on the floor for a good 25-30 seconds after it, trying to get his breath. So, you know, it was an absolutely excellent front kick strike by Moreno. And the thing is, he now took over, he's now the interim world champion at flyweight. Now, after the fight, which I disagree with in a way, because it was Moreno's night, he should have been fucking being interviewed by Joe Rogan, it should have been his night, but unfortunately, as per usual it happens, his adversary, which is the version figure, was there. He made his way to the fucking ring, to the octagon, the way they do, came in. And it was a shame because it was Moreno's night, he shouldn't have been, it's very disrespectful to him, in my opinion, but fans love it, that's what they want, it happened. Anyway, there was a little bit of argy-bargy with them, you know, to and fro the way they do. And then basically Moreno said, look, I want the 4th fight, I want off the title. I want to fight you for it. You know, we've had the draw, we've had the win. You know, there's been a win, a draw, a draw, and a win apiece. I want the fourth one to settle it. Which, to be fair, Division said, yeah, okay, I'll do it, but it's going to be in Brazil. I've fought in your land, you've got to fight in mine. Which Minoru said, I don't care where it is, as long as I get my title fight back, I'll fight you. Bazoom, and there you go. Just see what's in the chat there. Yeah, so anyway, that's the way it goes, isn't it? The way it goes. So now we're looking at that, the Moreno versus I can't pronounce this guy's name, you know, Brazilian Figueiredo. Division, no, his first name is Division Figueiredo. That, when it happens, will be an absolute stormer, because there's that much at stake now. These two have fought 3 times before, and as I say, the first was a draw. Moreno took the second, Division took the third, the fourth one will be the one that settles it all, and that's who will take the title, and that's that. I can't wait for that, I'll be honest with you. As I say, I've said it before, I'll say it again, I think the way Brandon Moreno is fighting is fantastic. Big thumbs up to him. Performance on the night, you know, you've got to give this kid his due, this Brandon Moreno. If you've never watched him fight before, again, watch it, it's on YouTube. From the minute that bell goes, in the first round, he doesn't stop. He's on the front foot all the way, and I like any fighter like that. Front foot, having it all the way. Brilliant, very good fight, very good fight. Okay, so then we come to the main card. Now that everyone was waiting for this one, the Pena versus Nunes 2. Well, as you all know, documents, the first fight was the biggest upset in UFC history. Juliana Pena knocked it out in the first round. It was unbelievable. After the fight, Amanda Nunes said there were reasons for it, blah, 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 blah. Pena then responded and said, you're just making an excuse, you can't stand, you got beat, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, went to this on Saturday night. Now, whether you like women fighting or not, that's your opinion. If you like seeing women covered in blood and dying on their shield in the ring, again, that's your opinion. Me, I like violence of any type. I enjoy watching it, and fuck me, that was one. That was 5 rounds of grueling fight, to and fro. They knocked fuck out of each other, to be honest with you. It was an absolute bloodbath. Both of them were opened up. Pena more so, she took a substantial amount of elbows to the face and head, which opened her up. The blood loss was quite substantial, but you know what, again, it was a brilliant fight. I mean, Pena took 5 substantial knockdowns, punches. Now, these are the punches that Amanda Nunes have knocked people out before. Good people, Chrissy Cyborg, Ronda Rousey. These are the people that she's beat before, these punches, and Pena took 5 of them in a row and got back up and fought. The woman is an absolute animal. Juliana Pena is an animal, let me tell you that, folks. She is an animal. Gotta watch the fight, it's fucking superb. To be fair, Nunes was very lucky, because at 3 minutes into the round 4, Pena went into a grapple and actually had Nunes in an arm bar, and owing to the fact the pair of them were covered in blood and sweat, she couldn't get a final lock on it, because obviously with that much blood and sweat, she managed to pull her arm out, which, let me tell you, 1 millisecond longer and Nunes would have tapped. Next level was break her arm, but at that very vital moment she just managed to pull, and as I say, there was that much blood and sweat on him. Pull the arm away. There you go. Anyway, fantastic fight, you know, can't take it away. After the fight, unfortunately, Pena was taken to hospital, where she's been seen for a number of fights. Notably, once she had a massive gash on her forehead, which she's actually taken a chunk out of. Dana White has confirmed that she will need plastic surgery to repair it, which in that game is nothing. But again, a lot of people on my Instagram were saying to me, you know, is it right for women to end up like that? Is it right for women to fight that bad that they end up covered in blood and chunks them missing and everything else? Well, yeah, they do. They wouldn't do it if they didn't want to. They're not forced to. the majority of these girls like it as much as the lads, and at the end of the day, they're getting paid well, they're getting paid good. Why not? If you're a bird, whether you wanna fight and you wanna make money out of it, well, go ahead. And there's no better than the UFC to do it. And to be fair, it's the top platform, in my opinion. When you're into MMA and you want an MMA fight after the likes of Bellator, BKB, I think, to be fair, UFC is top of the platforms. And if you get there and you do well, fair play. And as I say, in my Instagram, a lot of people saying, don't agree with it, this, that. Well, the thing is, whoever you are, whatever you think, they have the right to do what they want to do. They have the right to fight each other. They have the right to not fuck out of each other. And that's that. Absolutely brilliant fight. 5 grueling rounds. Again, I've said it on a few of these fights nights. If you have not seen it, it's on YouTube now. Go in and watch it. Juliana Pena versus Amanda Nunes 2. UFC 277. Absolute brilliance. Brilliance. Can't fault it. As I said, I've waited 48 hours before I've done this because I wanted to see what the score was on the injuries. Because Amanda Nunes was actually carried into the post-fight interview, and she left the arena on crutches. So, you know, both girls have come away with a substantial amount of injuries on that fight. You know, they're going to need a long time to recover, spend a lot of time with the family and the children and recover, and that's what they need to do. So, they deserve it. I hope they get a good whack out of it, and why not? So that's UFC 277. Now, one thing I just want to cover before I go, whether you're into this bollocks or not, this Jake Paul, Logan Paul shit, I don't know. But this Saturday coming, Jake Paul was due to fight at Madison Square Gardens, was due to fight Hasim Rahman Jr. Okay? All the hype's been there because, of course, originally it was the fight that was supposed to be between Jake Paul and Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury, well documented now, cannot get into America because of his links with a well-known gangster, or gangsters, whichever, which I'm not going to go into, ain't my fucking business. Well, he's been stopped. That's why if his brother Tyson Fury can't even get back into America at the minute until all the names are cleared. So, onto that, Jake Paul still wants to fight, so then he called in this Hasim Rahman. Now the thing is, this Rahman used to spar with Jake Paul, and from all reports he's given a fucking good hiding. But of course Jake Paul denies that and says the other way around. But that's Jake Paul. Jake Paul is basically, he's just there. Just money, innit? Just money. Just money. Anyway, so Madison Square Gardens this Saturday, fight was on. Well, guess what? It's not now. Okay, so Jake Paul's management team, which is called the Most Valuable Promotions, fucking corny's that, released a statement saying that Raheem was not going to be able to make the weight and that Raheem's assurances were not made in good faith. So basically Jake Paul and the team are blaming Raheem, saying he couldn't make the weight. A couple hours after that statement was given, Raheem took to social media and basically said, how could he be expected to make weight 2 to 3 weeks away from the fight? Okay, so he wanted to do the weigh-in 2 weeks before the fight. Now, apparently the contract said that they will go on the scales on the 5th of August, but they haven't even made it to that. So the fight has now been called off. Jake Paul seems has called off. So, what can you say? What can you say? Jake Paul's team are blaming Raheem. Raheem saying, well, you know, I couldn't make the weight, but I'm 2 weeks out, you know, or a week or so out when he's supposed to have done it, which was last week. So that was 2 weeks. I mean, I've never heard anything so stupid in my life. Trying to get a fighter to make weight a fortnight before the fight. I was supposed to get himself back into rehydration and weight to fight. Absolute fucking joke. I'll tell you what the truth of the matter is, okay? The truth is, they couldn't sell enough tickets, okay? They couldn't sell enough tickets. No one was interested in watching Jake Paul and Hasim Rahman fight at Madison Square Garden as a main event. Now, they've cancelled it. What I'd like to know is who's going to foot the forfeit fee? Because MSG are not going to sit back and go, well, all right, you never turned up, Glenn, whatever, blah, blah, blah. they're going to want some type of money to cover them. One, there's a lot of revenue gone. Two, if someone else wanted that night and they've turned them down to put them in, then they've lost that revenue. Oof. Just think of all the money that's gone, the promotion side of things, just printing all the posters and doing all the fucking TV stuff, and now it's just gone. And the truth of the matter being, Jake Paul could not sell tickets for his own fight. There you go. And to be honest with you, I don't think he'd have sold much of Tommy Fury. I really don't. No one in America knows Tommy Fury. No one in America is really that interested. Unless they really hyped up that it's Tyson's brother, I don't think they're ever going to make it. But there you go. There you go. Let's see what sounds in. Oh, Tommy, I know. I've seen that. Logan Paul's got a contract with WWE. I can't fucking believe that. Fighting the Miz. I thought the Miz had packed in fucking time ago. I don't really cover the WWE on here because I don't class it as combat sport, but it's still fighting. It's a lot of people still like it. You know, I fucking used to love it. I sort of fell out of love with it many years ago after Stone Cold Steve Austin left, and you know, Triple H and all them. I liked all that back. The X-Pac generation and Stone Cold and The Undertaker, Mick Foley. They were the days that I enjoyed. When it was good, when it was entertaining. And I must say as well, you know, I've got to give a big shout out to Vince McMahon, who's actually retired. He's gone. He's gone, never to appear again on it, which I find, that's not going to be the same, is it? You know, that Vince McMahon walk into the ring and all the bollocks that went where they're fighting with his son, and then the Stephanie, the daughter, who went against him by the company, and you know, they were the good days. Now, I watch it now and again, but to be honest, there's nothing there that grabs me anymore to watch the WWE. There's no one there where you go, yeah, fucking hell, what they're there on this week, or, you know, there's always something good that's going to happen. I don't know, it just seems to have lost its lustre. Maybe that's why Vince has got out. I don't know. Apparently, the new owners are going to take over. It's going to be Triple H, Stephanie. I can't think of else. Probably, who's the other brother? Who's the brother? Oh my God, I can't think now. The brothers. Tammy, help me. What was Stephanie's brother's name? If you're still watching, Tammy, help me. You'll know what it is. You're it's all this. Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. Yeah, you see that? Yeah, I mean, I don't know where, are they even now still contacted with them? I don't know. I heard that Brock Lesnar has gone. Shane, there you go, Shane McMahon. So I believe that it's Shane, Stephanie and Triple H who have now got full control of the WWE, which won't be a bad thing. Stephanie is as ruthless as an owl fella. Absolutely ruthless. So, you know, maybe it's not a bad thing, but you know, them days, I mean, as I say, I go back to the 80s when Vince McMahon was at his peak. Do you know what I mean? I remember all the mad fucking storylines against Stone Cold, against The Undertaker. They were great times, You know, I've got to say, I think from 90 to maybe 97, 98, maybe 10 of the century, brilliant times, you know, absolutely fantastic fights. I mean, that fight for me with the Undertaker and Mick Foley in that cell, 25 foot up and Foley comes through the fucking ceiling, and you know, they were classic times. Triple H has gone, yeah. Well, I know he wasn't fighting anymore, but I believe he took over. So, you know, I've always liked Triple H. Hunter Hearst Helmsley when he first starts, when he's with China. What a sad story that was with China. What a sad story. Again, if you're not au fait with the WWE, then you won't understand it. But you know, it was when it all started back in the day when the Triple H had his sidekick, which is China, which is like the seventh. She was billed the seventh wonder of the world. This big fucking bruise of a woman, who unfortunately went on hard times, ended up doing pornos and whatever. Anyway, she killed herself in the end. She's dead, which is a fucking absolute shame. Absolute shame. Still. Jeff Jarrett, Jesus. Yeah. Fortunate China. Very unfortunate. But anyway, that's coming away from what I do. Just want to mention that Vince is now gone. So yeah, so that's me done on the UFC 277. I'm deviating away there. I shouldn't do that really. So I'll catch you all in the next couple of days. Anything new crops up, anything on any type of the combat sports, I'll be letting you know. As soon as I know, I'll let you know. Thanks very much for coming in. If you watch this later on, thanks very much. If you like what you're seeing, do remember this is a new channel. I'm still learning on this particular genre. So do me a fucking big favour. Subscribe, smash the like button, and hit the notifications, and you'll know when I'm live. And believe you me, as I said before, this will only get better. I've explained before, I've had YouTube channels before, but not in this way. I'm not presenting it in this way. So it's all new, but I'm getting there. It'll all be good. So everyone, thanks very much. If you're watching this later on, thanks very much. Tammy, thanks for coming out. Tammy may have said it all. Tammy's one of my... Wow. She's been with me now for about 2 or 3 years, Tammy. She's been there as a soul, as a supporter, friend, everything. Her and Mum have followed me through many different changes in my YouTube, and they're just brilliant. The pair and Mum are just fucking great, and I thank them very much for being here, you know. Yeah, it's hard when you start again, but I won't give up. I love it. Anyway, that's me done for tonight. Thank you very much. UFC 277 gone. Let's see what's coming up soon. Let's see what's happening in the next couple of weeks. I'll be back letting you all know very, very soon. Tammy, good night to you and your mum. Catch you all later. Good night.